All right, so welcome back. Well, some of the hazards of technology. I mean, just when the video decided to go off, I didn't know why, but we are back again. So we're still talking about um, rethinking digital marketing strategies in a new era, and I have already spoken about leveraging your website to be able to improve customer service, and under that, I spoke about investing in online chats, and then secondly, updating and creating robust FAQs. And then I also went on and said you also have to, the number two, to leverage on content marketing. And I said that content is king when it comes to digitalization. So first of all, you would have to leverage, of course, you have to create authentic content, but you have to leverage on blogging as number one. And then number two, you can also leverage on third party content. Then I moved on to the third one. The third one, I said that you should concentrate on conversion rate optimization, and that's what we call CROs. And I spoke about it, and I said, crucially, when it comes to that, landing pages are very important. So immediately you go to a certain website. Again, let me use bkc.com as an example. I go to BKC, and then I see a landing page. Normally this is used to promote or have some promotions. So I go there, and he has freebies like a free ebook that he wants to give out. And then when I go there, it says sign up. When you sign up, this will be downloaded into your email, and then voila, my first name, my surname, my email, and then it goes into it. Again, they may be running some discount promo of some goods they are selling, and immediately you go there, because you see, when landing pages are so crucial that they direct you straight to what you want. All the impediments and the other elements that are unwanted are eliminated when it comes to landing pages. So it is very, very crucial. The second one under it is what I call usability testing. What is it? So you come up with a product, you test it on the market, you would want to see the behavior of clients. For example, a startup, let's say a startup food company, let me put it that way, yeah. And then these people have produced, or they have an app, and they expect that clients will use the app, will download it from the App Store or from the Google Play Store. When you have this app and you're able to download it, you follow the process. You download first, and then you go in, you probably sign in or something, and then you order for your food. And let's say when you do that, on the way whilst you are doing that, you have some errors, or some things didn't work out, so you are not able to proceed to the checkout finally to be able to get your food. It means that there are some errors, and you identify, so the feedback will be negative. When you know that, then you'll be able to be sure that, hey, the conversion rate optimization, when it comes to usability testing, I have to look at it, because this number of clients had errors when they were trying to log in to get their food. However, if the person is able to do it by 1, 2, 3 clicks, he gets it, food is delivered, you can be sure that this is positive, and you would want to go by that. So that is all about usability testing. It is so crucial, because when you want to look at your conversion rate, how many people come there, they interact, and in addition would want to make a purchase, or would want to have business with you. This will help you to do that. I think that was that. I think the fourth one, I want to speak about integrate your market. Integrate your market, or your marketing. This is very important. Why? There are many ways that people can market. You can do that when it comes to online, but integration is so crucial, because when it makes your thing so accurate and so well. How do you go about this? Number one, using omni channels to do this. So you can leverage on organic SEOs, which will give you, but at the same time, you can also use paid sites to be able to do this. That is very, very, very important. You can leverage on email, and you can also use social media. It is important. When you do this, what it means is that anytime you're having a promotion, or you're doing, let's say you are launching a book, you have an Instagram page. And what you do is you post it on Instagram, you leave out LinkedIn, you leave out, let's say, Pinterest, you leave out Twitter, or maybe Facebook. This is, you have all these, maybe you are on all these sides, then you leave them out and you concentrate on only Instagram. That will not be efficient. It is important that you make sure you utilize all these sites, and that is what we call multi-channel. You put all of them together to be able to help you. Again, I've already spoken about both generic SEOs, and then SEOs that are paid for, all the search places that are search sites that are paid for. It is very, very important. The second one, and that I would want to talk about, is to utilize the strength of each platform. The gospel truth is, many people do not know that what Instagram will do The functions of Instagram is so different from Facebook, and it's different from LinkedIn. LinkedIn is also different from Pinterest and Twitter. People do not know. So the fact that you are supposed to use multi-channel and be able to integrate your market doesn't mean you should do the same. So I look at LinkedIn, and I know that when I post something on LinkedIn at 12 noon, 1,000 people will view it, and 100 people would make reactions. Even the same thing, I know when I post it on Instagram at 12 noon, I won't even get anybody. So I would have to do it by 9 a.m. because by 9 a.m., I am sure that a lot of people will be there because that is how it works. So you will need to look at the specific platform to know how it works so that when you are doing it, you don't just throw them there like that. No, you do it strategically. When you do this, you can be sure that things will work out well for you. Let's move on and speak about the next one. And I say that maximize your mobile marketing. I have bad news for those who thought that apps are luxurious. They are no more luxuries. Let me tell you that apps are fast becoming very, 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 very essential. In fact, it is now a necessity. An app is becoming a necessity. Many people of today, in fact, research has found out that women and the millennials, young people, would love to use apps. So if you have a business, you have an institution, and you are not leveraging on apps, and you think that all is well, you are losing out. In fact, thumbs up to a lot of the banks. I think that they are doing well when it comes to that, but there's a lot to be done because even the ones that are existing have some challenges, one or two things. They need to polish them up. So apps are so crucial when it comes to what? Maximizing your mobile marketing. What it means is that you should be able to use these apps to be able to woo in clients. When clients go there, they should love it. The way it is used, the ease, the flexibility, and the things that these apps will do for them, should be able to woo them and let them come on. It is very, very important. The other one has to do with email usage. How is your email? Like, is it that when I use a laptop and I check my email, I see some things that are computer language and I cannot read? Or is it that when I use my mobile phone and I check my email, it is turned upside down? Look, you must have a very robust and solid template for emails so that immediately people go there, it would be compatible, whether you like it or not. Again, research has proven that many people will use their mobile devices to search for their emails, and you realize that it is different. It's like when you are creating a YouTube channel. When you look at it, in the face of a mobile device, it is different. When you look at it with a laptop, it's different. When you look at it with a tablet, that is how it is. You must make sure that the emails that are set up are what they are compatible with all kinds of devices, because that is very crucial. You cannot do this and let this be at the other side. Maybe the last thing we'll look at, which I call the mother of all, is to look at your data. I can tell you for a fact that data is the new crude oil. Data is so crucial. It's so important. What is the data you have? People are leveraging on data for everything, virtually everything in this world now. Data is it's the new crude oil. I say, let me repeat it again because it's very, very important. What data do you have in your hand? Your data will help you. When you have data analytics, it will help you to be able to know what you are doing. Can you imagine that you are investing so much into campaigns and it's not bringing you any results, and you are still pumping in money? That is a wrong decision. When you have data, this will give you, the numbers will give you, and you'll be able to know how to be able to push for things. It is very important that when you have the data, that can guide you on as to what to do next. Every data has specifics, and when you get the results, all the figures and the numbers that you need will come from this. And these are things that are going to help you when you go, you move forward. Maybe for want of time, I would want to end here, but just a recap. I started by saying that it is important that we leverage on digital marketing in this era. These days that we are all talking about contactless transactions or contactless interactions. These days that we are talking about social distances or distancing. Excuse me. Look at me. I sit here, you are there, and you are watching. I do this. Nobody is touching, nobody is closer to me. So social distancing, I'm observing it very crucial. It is very important that in these days of contactless everything, we leverage digital marketing strategies to help us push the kingdom business. That is very, very, very important. Like I said earlier, we will use financial evangelism as a fulcrum to be able to do that. So number one, I said leverage your website to be able to what? Impact customers, or to be able to improve customer service. How do you do this? I spoke about investing in online chats. Very important. Immediately you enter the website, you see a pop-up. Hello, my name is Ebenezer Suman. How do I help you? I'm here 24/7. Very interactive, and you will love it. You would want to come back again. Very, very important. And then again, I spoke about what? Having a robust FAQ. An FAQ will help you that the same questions, that people would want to ask will be taken care of. So immediately they go there and they see that they don't need to put in the question again. That is no more important. So it eliminates all the irrelevant things. Like I said, can you imagine that the normal thing that we know is that people or clients will call the customer service center or the call center and will want to make inquiries, and then you have to pick the phone and answer them one at a time. But immediately somebody goes to online chat, about 1,000 people simultaneously can input things there, and then your customer service reps can always retrieve and give answers to them. So that is very crucial. Number two, I said leverage content marketing. And I said that just as we said the customer is key, content is king when it comes to digitalization. Very important. Content is so crucial and so key. What kind of content are you putting out there? It should be very authentic. And I said in doing so, you have to segment your clients by life stage cycle. What it means is that you will need to put them in a certain group. And I spoke about 3 groups like cold, warm, and existing. The cold is somebody who probably has not even heard of you before, your business before. Warm is someone who has done that and knows about you very well. And then there exists somebody who has even purchased, your product or service before and would want to come back. These are the 3 that. And I said that with content, there are also again many things you can leverage on. And I spoke about 2. I said blogging. Blogging is crucial. It is very, 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 very important. You need to have a dedicated person who consistently use this to be able to get up. Because when your blog site is working and is solid, you can leverage social media. You can leverage email, and you blast it. People will know, and it will drive traffic to your website. The second one that I spoke about, and that is when I said blogging, was also leveraging third-party content. And third-party content, we want to talk about the fact that there are others whose business is just to create content on certain things. You can get it and white label it. That is, you customize it to suit whatever you want to give or put out there. That will help you and can push your business forward. The third thing that I spoke about is concentrating on customer conversion rate optimization. That is very important. What do I mean by that? You would want to know how many people come to your site, interact, and then make reactions. Reactions as in, will they purchase your product or they just come there as normal visitors and they go away? This is very important when you do this. And so again, I spoke about 2 things. I mentioned the fact that you can use landing pages, and landing pages are pages that are dedicated for a particular purpose. So maybe you are giving away freebies, or you are doing a promotion, so you are running a discount something. Immediately the person goes there, it directs the person straight to the page. The person will go there, key in, says sign in. Immediately you sign in, you get a discount of 50% on this product. Your first name, your surname, your email, you key the send, and voila, it is there for you. So all the time, people would want to come because of the landing page. The landing page should be so good and so dedicated towards this. The second I spoke about under conversion rate optimization has to do with usability testing. And what do I mean? The developer or the business person is looking at the final and what reactions come from the client. What is the feedback when the client uses the product? So you want to test the product on the market. And I'll give an example of, let's say, a startup food company. And what do? A startup food company, they come up and they say that, oh, they have an app, and the app works this way. Immediately you go there and you log in. You log in, you give your details and all that. You move to the next process, and then finally you make your order, and then you check out. And whilst the person is doing that, he encounters some errors. It means that's a negative feedback for you when it comes to the testing, and it will help you to be able to immediately fix it so that you don't lose conversion through that. However, if the person does it and is 1 or 2, 3 steps, fine, he's there, positive. If it is also cumbersome, it's something that will also push clients away, and that is also not good enough. So these are the 2 I spoke about under conversion rate optimization. The fourth one, I said integrating marketing or your marketing. Very important. Use omni channels as number 1. It is important that you have all these. I mean, when you have Facebook, you have, let's say, LinkedIn, you have Instagram, Twitter, all of them. You do not make your promotions or do whatever you are doing on only one. Leverage all of them, put them together. Leverage email, leverage SEO, both generic and paid sites, to be able to carry out this. And that is very, very, very important. Again, I said that also leverage on the strength of each platform. Instagram works differently from Facebook and it works differently from LinkedIn. Be able to know how each of them will do. And this will help you a lot. Because the fact that you are supposed to integrate all of them and post or do your promotion or whatever there does not mean you just throw them like that generic. No, 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 no. You need to know their strength so that you do them strategically at different times. And then I think the fifth one, I said maximizing your mobile marketing. And I spoke about apps. I mean, developing apps. And I said that these days, look, the bad news for you, I have for you tonight is that a mobile app is no longer a luxury. It is becoming a necessity. And in fact, in this era, in this new normal era, it will be a necessity. So if you're a business and institution out there, it is crucial that you do that. Research has proven that women and the millennials, young people, love apps. So when they go, it's a bank, let's say a bank, an institution, educational institution, whatever. When you have an app, it will help you because it's so fast. They're able to download it and quickly they use it to transact whatever business they want to. So that is very important. And I also spoke about email design. How's your design like? So when I use my laptop and I go into my email, I am seeing some computer language I do not understand. When I use a mobile device, I see something different. No, they must be so compatible that they will be the same. That whatever I see here, I see there. These are very important. And I love it when yesterday the host spoke about it, about industry knowledge. If you know this, it is not about fasting and prayers. You need to know this to be able to work it out so that what? Your business can thrive. Because at the end of the day, we are there to be able to what? Champion the kingdom business using financial evangelism as a fulcrum. The last thing I spoke about is, as I call it, the mother of all, looking at your data. Looking at your data. I mean, what is your data telling you? You put in so much money, you do a lot of campaign, and it's bringing you negative results, and you continue to pump in money. Look, you are making negative decisions. You need to sit back, check things, and re-strategize so that what? Because we are looking at the bottom line. You can't continue to throw away the money. The shareholder is concerned at the end of the day, and it is very important that your data will give you the needed results that you want. So by this, I want to say that in conclusion, never undervalue digital marketing, because when you do it well, it will add so much value to your organization and you will hit the bottom line smiling, so that we can all champion kingdom business with financial evangelism. Thank you very much for your time. I believe that at least we have learned something small, and the program continues tomorrow. And I believe that you will join once again. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best. Cheers.